Hello, everyone. I know it's been a little minute, but I do want to make another video on basically something that I've been working towards or trying to teach myself, or more so watching YouTube videos of people trying to teach me, but obviously they're not in front of me, so I'm just not understanding completely. So by the title, I'm sure you see that I have been trying to make my own little game. I actually want to start making my own game. Um but I want it where it is like I want it where I don't want it too realistic, you know? Um I'm trying to remember the channel that I was watching that was actually like teaching me how to make um poly characters, like, where it kind of looks like PS1, I guess PS2, no, more so PS1 style, kinda. Can't even really say that. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out how I can actually make a game in that style, because I've always been a huge fan of the art style of like the old games, and how they, how it works when they actually when you actually play the game. Like, the style itself is already interesting and intriguing for me, so I'm like, okay, I can actually like enjoy a game by just making my own. But the problem is, I feel like the hardest part is creating your character. No, from what I saw, I think the hardest part is the environment, making the environment. But I also think it's pretty hard to start working on your character. Your character itself is stressful. Like, how do I even, like, I don't know, how do I explain it? Like, when I was watching this channel, um I wish I could remember the name of her channel, but her characters are so freaking cute. And I found it. Uh Wait, did I find it? Low poly. That's what they're technically called. Low poly. But excuse me if, I didn't necessarily remember the channel at first, but it's two channels. It's someone named Abby Bricks, and I can't remember the other channel, but I love it so much. Like, I'm like, I really need to create a game. I really want to. I think I was more so inspired by like the types of games that I play, where people mostly call them cozy games or simulation games, but mostly cozy games where you could build the city, kind of like Stardew Valley, I guess you can say. But I wanted it a certain way, in particular. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm not necessarily 100% sure what exactly I want for my game, or, really my characters and stuff. But I'll figure it out. But yeah, I have been trying to work on a video game for about a week now. I know you don't learn in just a few days. I know you don't learn in just a month. This is something that takes time. It takes practice. It takes patience. A lot of patience. Like, you know how many times I quit because my character looked like I don't even know. And I'm like, okay, I can't do it. But I kept coming back day after day, trying to get better at sculpting, trying to get better at understanding Blender as a whole. I did want to start getting better with Daz as well, in case I wanted to just, get better with that. I did download Unity. I just wanted to see exactly what I can get comfortable with. I'm not jumping between them. I'm kind of just working on one at a time to see exactly what works for me. And right now, I would say that Blender is working for me. But I haven't used the other ones yet, so I can't necessarily say. Okay. But moving on. Like I was saying, I was actually trying to make a low poly game. Because I just love the style. It's very much beautiful for me. I really love how cutesy it can be. Even though I have seen some low poly games like Crow Country and stuff like that, like that's horror based, and you're like, ain't nothing cute about that. But I know it'll probably take me a while because I am working on it by myself. So I have to work on, the story, storyboard, the characters, the voicing. I do want voicing in it, but I don't want, like, again, it's going to be like a link thing where you're just going to say a few words, a few, stuff like that. But nothing crazy, because I'm not necessarily sure yet if I want it to be 100% voiced or not. But more than likely, probably not, especially since it definitely won't be in my budget. So yeah, so I can give you the ideas of the types of games that I actually wanted to make, just with, this idea with the low poly characters, low poly type game. So I did want to make a game, like I said, that's kind of like Stardew Valley, where you build up your farm. This is the idea for the game. Like, I wanted to build up a farm. You create a character, you build up a farm, you fix up your location and stuff like that. And when you're done with your location, honestly, it's very much giving Animal Crossing. But I wanted to make it free because I want to know how people like it before I try to, make a profit off of that. But yeah, it's very much giving Animal Crossing. I would be lying if I said it wasn't. But I wanted to make it where it's very much like the cozy games, like the really cutesy games. But I do realize that if it doesn't work out the way I wanted to, I won't be upset, because the last time I've tried this, I was like 21, and when I was 21, I couldn't really get used to Blender. But I can say this time I'm actually getting used to Blender. So that is a step forward from when I was 21. So I do feel as though that's a great step into the right direction. But I've had many ideas. Like, I wanted to make a few games based off of my stories that I did. There was a kind of like short story thing that I did where basically it's mini short stories. Like, each chapter is a different short story, but they all revolve around each other. Eventually they all basically meet in the middle. I actually have it on Wattpad. I can't necessarily remember the name, but I can actually look it up while I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, I wanted to do that. And that game, that story is a horror story. It's very odd, a lot of oddities, but I just felt like it was a good idea for a story, like short stories, and then it all comes into one, you know what I mean? One of the stories in it I didn't necessarily like personally. I know, right? Like, I wrote it, but I didn't necessarily like it because there was a part in it, there was a chapter where I had it where the woman was painting the accident of one of my characters. And basically, because of her painting, she had no idea that she painted somebody's death, And the thing was, she was supposed to be in a car accident, but instead she thinks that she dies from the car accident, but she actually dies from the monster that she drew and on the next page. So in a way, it's kind of like, I don't know if a story has been like that. When you like heard it before while you're writing and you're like, what? Like, this sounds like something I've seen before. You know? You know how somebody is making a song and they're like, wait, this sounds like something I just heard. So that's basically what's going on with that story. Okay, I found it on Wattpad. It's called Lost Visual. It was a series of short. I'll read the thing for you so that you guys will know what it's called or whatever. But if I remember, I'll put it in a description for you guys to check out. I might just work on it some more, honestly. Dang, it got 13 parts. I don't remember putting 13 parts. But yeah, it's 13 parts. Sheesh. But so the last time I worked on this was I started on November 25th of 2023, and then I finished on December 21st of 2023, which is crazy. But I don't remember, I don't remember doing 13 parts. That's insane. But I do want to finish it because I was working on this story, and I was working on a second story called I Am the Problem, which I actually wanted to turn into a game as well, which is basically about let me read the thing that I put because I know I'm gonna stumble over my words. A girl named Sarita is going through her life without any kind of guidance, not from family, not from friends. Due to this, she continues to make so many mistakes and bad decisions, or so she thinks. Is she really the problem? So how I was going about it was, a lot of people will tend to blame her for a lot of things, call her the problem because, for example, I think a thing that I was going to put into the story was basically somebody was going to cheat on her, and then when she actually goes to confront that person about it, they're kind of like deflecting, like, well, if you didn't do this, if you didn't do that, then I wouldn't have cheated on you. You know what I mean? So that was like the next chapter. But for this, I only did like 6 chapters. Surprisingly, I'm very surprised. Actually, no. So what I did was a part 1, part 2, part 3, and then part 4, and then I did chapter 2, chapter 3. Which is crazy because I don't usually do stuff like that. Mind you, you could ask my best friend. I've been writing stories since middle school. I actually wrote a pretty interesting story in my notebook and I lost it. I believe someone stole it, but I lost it. It was like one of my favorite stories that I wrote, and I was so upset when I lost that book because I put so much work into that story. And yeah. So yeah, I was thinking about finishing these stories, and once I finished the stories, I was just gonna go ahead and turn them into games, in its own weird way. I don't know about the second one, like Am I the Problem? I'm not necessarily sure how I'm gonna go about it, but I do feel like a lot of games don't just have casual stories, like without magic and stuff like that. I just wanted a casual story of real life problems, and that was the type of game I was going to make. Now that will need voice acting for sure. Like I don't think I mean, I could just do the whole, the NPCs don't talk and I just voice the main character, which will be cool because I could definitely do that and it'll be within my budget. But for the most part, yeah, like I am genuinely happy for the ideas that I randomly come up with in my head. Like when I tell you the stories that come up in my head and I just don't feel like typing it's crazy. Like I genuinely just don't be feeling like like I don't want to think about it. I don't want, but like I said, this is something that I was thinking about doing for a little while. And mind you, it's crazy because I was just like, okay, this video gonna be about like a good 8-7 minutes, because I'm just going to talk about the game that I'm trying to work on, and here I am still yapping. But again, it's the yap sesh, so but yeah, I wanted where the stories that I made, it'll come, to life. And that's why I'm like, if there was a way I could learn so much faster, like I could possibly look on Coursera. But let's be honest, I'd rather just give somebody their views, watch ads on YouTube, than go on Coursera and spend God knows what for their subscription, and I probably won't even go back on there after, So I just would rather give somebody their props and their views and everything. But like I said, if I remember, I'm just going to put my stories in the description so that y'all can check them out if y'all interested. I know Wattpad. But to be honest, there are some really great stories on Wattpad, so let's not get on Wattpad, I understand there are some some ones, but yeah. So that's basically it for now. I will still try to teach myself, as well as watch some YouTube videos to teach me how to get better with navigating Blender. And I still want to learn Daz, and I still want to learn Unity, so it's not like I'm just gonna strictly stick with Blender. I did see another thing to use to make games, and I'm looking at my laptop now. It's called, I think it's literally called Game Maker. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what this is, but yeah, I think it's literally called Game Maker. I think I was watching somebody's YouTube video regarding it. So yeah, but that's about it. Like I said, like I just wanted to put out there as much. I've been literally trying to learn new things for some reason. Like I'm also trying to, obviously learn code. I know most people use AI for their coding when making games, but I actually genuinely want to learn code because, it's cool to use AI for little character, not for your game, but like for example, I use a little AI character of myself for my YouTube channel, but that's as far as I'm gonna go. But yeah, I want to learn coding. I want to learn how to use every platform. I want to expand my knowledge when it comes to almost everything. I want to get into everything, especially when it comes to gaming. At one point, I was in school for game art, but I didn't really get the assistance that I needed at that school, so kind of fell through. But I'm not mad at it because there's so many ways to learn nowadays without having to put out money, without going into debt, and I'm very appreciative about that, because most times a lot of people do give up, and I have to speak on myself. Like I've given up so many times because I just felt like I was going in circles and I wasn't learning anything. I wasn't going anywhere with this knowledge and stuff like that. Like it feels good to have just graduated college, but I don't think that's what I want to do, and at the same time, I'm like, it was just good to have that knowledge, It's always good to build your knowledge base. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna put the books in the description so you guys can check it out. I think you do have to sign in to read books. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I appreciate y'all checking out my stories and checking out my Yap sessions and checking out my channel as a whole. I see that a lot of y'all enjoyed the first Yap sesh. I have started a Twitch, so I will put my Twitch in the description as well. I've had my Twitch for a while, but I just, I'm like, like, not my thing. Like, I don't really like live streaming. I talked about that before in my last Yap sesh, how it's very nerve-wracking to be live streaming, but I did basically live streaming my YouTube videos on there, so that it would get more traction, of course. And I did that on Halloween. I felt like it was pretty cool to do on Halloween. And yeah, I may do it again. If I keep, making more videos and whatnot. Again, make sure you check out my gaming channel, because eventually I will go back on there to play some more Digimon. I did take a break from it because, to be honest, it can be a bit tedious. I won't lie. It's very tedious, but I do want to get back on there. I will be playing some other games. I won't say what, but I will be playing some other games via PC. So yes, that's it. So thanks for watching, and peace.